Welcome, my friend. Before we begin, I want you to take a breath and be fully here with me. If you are ready to receive this message, type I believe or I receive in the comments right now. This isn't just a video. This is your turning point. And if you are new here, welcome to the Wisdom Within channel. Subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss these life-changing teachings. Now let's step into a different kind of conversation, one that speaks directly to your soul. You are here because something inside you is whispering that there must be more to life than what you see around you. Maybe you're tired of repeating the same cycle, tired of being misunderstood, tired of carrying a name, a role, a history that no longer fits who you are becoming. You are not alone. The desire to disappear is not always an escape from life. It can be a return to your true self. Today, we will talk about how to disappear, not by running from the world, but by quietly stepping away from the noise, transforming from within, and allowing the world to meet a new version of you. A stronger version, a wiser version, a version aligned with purpose. So if your heart is open, like this video, to let the YouTube algorithm know that souls like yours still exist, it helps more people find this message. And remember, comment I believe if you're ready to step into your rebirth. You don't have to vanish from the face of the earth to disappear. Instead, you can choose to let go of who the world thinks you are. You can release the expectations that others have placed on your shoulders. You can choose silence over noise, truth over approval, depth over attention. That is the beginning of transformation. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." He didn't escape the empire, the duties, the chaos. He disappeared inward. He removed himself not from the world, but from the control the world held over his mind. Maybe you are carrying labels others gave you. Failure, disappointment, too quiet, too emotional, too different. But none of those are your truth. You can disappear from those versions of yourself without leaving your home. You can withdraw your energy from drama, from gossip, from people who drain your spirit. You can choose to speak less, listen more, and act only when it aligns with your higher purpose. That is what true transformation looks like: silent, deep, unseen until necessary. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." How much of your life has been spent trying to prove yourself to people who never really saw you? How many days have you given away to distractions, fears, and expectations that don't belong to you? You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to step back and rewrite your story. You are allowed to disappear, not to hide, but to grow. My friend, as you listen, I want you to feel as if this message is only for you. Because it is. The way you've been feeling is not random. The urge to disconnect from the world for a while, to retreat into your own space, to rebuild. This is what the ancients called renewal. It is a sacred process. Do not rush it. Do not apologize for it. Imagine waking up one day and choosing silence before speaking, choosing prayer or reflection before checking your phone, choosing discipline over comfort. You begin leaving old habits like footprints in sand, slowly fading behind you. At first, people may not notice, but over time they will. They will notice your absence from drama. They will notice you don't react the same way anymore. They will notice you don't chase validation. This is what it means to disappear, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, from the parts of life that kept you small. So, if you're with me, pause for a moment and like this video. Not for me, but for you, because liking it is your small act of saying, I am ready. Now picture yourself quietly packing away the old version of you, not with sadness, but with gratitude. That version survived so much, but now the time has come for transformation. Let's talk honestly. Transformation is not beautiful in the beginning.
It feels lonely.
It feels like sitting at a table meant for 10 people, but only you are there. It feels like the world is moving without you while you are stuck in place. But listen to me. This is the exact place you are supposed to be. Chrysippus, one of the early Stoic philosophers, taught that transformation requires disruption. In stillness, your mind stops running. In silence, your soul begins speaking. You might lose friends during this process, not because you changed, but because you finally stopped pretending. Do not be afraid of that loss. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Some people will not understand why you stopped responding to every message, why you no longer attend every gathering, why you stopped explaining yourself. That is okay. You are disappearing from their expectations, not from life. While you disappear, you will begin to see more clearly. You will see how much time you gave to things that never gave back. You will see how often you said yes when your heart was screaming no. You will feel pain, but also peace. Because now you are choosing what stays in your life and what does not. You are becoming the sculptor of your soul. If you're still here, type I receive if this message is speaking to your spirit. And subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so this voice walks with you through the rest of your journey. This path is not about isolation. It is about realignment. You are realigning with your values, your faith, your purpose. You don't need the world's approval anymore. You only need truth. Marcus Aurelius also said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Let your thoughts be of strength. Let your thoughts be of faith. Let your thoughts be of God guiding your steps through this transformation." So for now, stay with me. Breathe. And remember, we are just beginning. You are still here, and that means something. It means your spirit is awake. It means you're not just listening, you're absorbing, questioning, and opening yourself to a deeper kind of truth. I want you to know how rare that is. Many people click on videos like this and leave within seconds because they are not yet ready to face themselves. But you are still here, still listening. That is a sign of quiet strength. If you haven't already, type I believe or I receive in the comments to mark your presence on this path. And if you feel connected to this message, like this video and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel. Your journey matters. Now, let us go deeper. When I speak about disappearing, I don't mean running away, deleting yourself from the world, or erasing your existence. I mean withdrawing your energy from things that do not nourish your soul. It's about stepping out of the spotlight of other people's expectations and stepping into the quiet room where God, truth, and your real self live. That's where transformation begins. You don't need the world to understand it. You just need to start. There will come a day when you wake up feeling unfamiliar to your old life. The things you used to enjoy no longer excite you. The conversations you once had now feel empty. The people you used to impress don't feel important anymore. This is not depression. This is awakening. You are not broken. You're being called to evolve. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth which never harmed anyone." That's what you're doing now, seeking the truth of who you are beneath all the noise. In this phase of disappearing, solitude is no longer something to fear. It becomes sacred. It becomes a home for your thoughts, a sanctuary for your heart. Think of the caterpillar. It doesn't transform into a butterfly while active, surrounded by noise. It disappears into a cocoon, alone, silent, unseen. And when it emerges, it does not return to crawling. It flies. That is what you are preparing for. Your cocoon may look like journaling at 3 a.m., deleting social media, praying in silence, or distancing yourself from people who make your soul tired. Don't apologize for any of it. Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." But the truth is, sometimes there are no such people around you. In that case, you must become your own teacher. You must sit with books, with scripture, with ancient wisdom. You must ask yourself questions you've been avoiding. What do I believe in? What kind of life do I want to live? Who am I when no one is watching? These questions are painful, but they are sacred. Ask them anyway. Right now, you may feel like you are losing everything. But what if you are not losing? What if you are being cleared? Cleared of noise, of fake friends, of shallow dreams. What feels like breaking is often just the pressure of becoming. Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You can't master yourself while constantly performing for others. So disappearing is not rejection, it is reclamation. You are reclaiming your time, your thoughts, your faith, your future. If this resonates with you, take a moment and like this video. It helps this message find the hearts that need it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so this journey continues with you. People will start to notice something different about you, not because of what you say, but because of what you no longer respond to. You no longer chase after arguments. You don't feel the need to prove yourself. You stop explaining your decisions to those committed to misunderstanding you. You smile more, not because everything is perfect, but because you've stopped expecting perfection. You start living instead of performing. Marcus Aurelius said, Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking. Happiness won't come from applause or attention. It comes quietly like sunrise when your actions match your soul. You'll begin waking up earlier, not because you have to, but because you want the world before it wakes up. You'll pray more, not just when things go wrong, but when they are going right too. Gratitude will fill the spaces where anxiety once lived. You will speak less and do more. You'll realize that silence is not empty. It's full of answers. This is where transformation touches your daily life. You start cleaning your room, not for aesthetic, but because your environment affects your mind. You eat with intention, move your body with care, and protect your peace like it is sacred because it is. You stop reacting and start responding. You stop rushing and start living. Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." So you stop trying to be everywhere. You stop trying to be liked by everyone. Instead, you choose a few things, a few values, and deepen yourself in them. Stillness becomes your strength. Presence becomes your power. And yes, it will hurt. Growth always does. You will miss the old life sometimes, even if it was painful. You will feel lonely at times, even if God is with you. You will question everything, including yourself. But listen to me, that is part of the journey. The loneliness you feel is not a prison, it is a passage. A passage from who you were to who you are becoming. So right now, type in the comments, "I receive this transformation." It is a declaration. Not to others, but to your own soul. And if this message is still holding your heart, like this video, subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and stay with me, because we are not finished. This is only the beginning of your transformation. You are allowed to disappear. You are allowed to be reborn. And I am still here walking with you through every word. Stay with me now. If you are still here, it means your spirit is searching for something the world could not offer. Something real, something sacred. Before we go deeper, I want you to pause for a moment and write in the comments, "I am ready to transform." This helps anchor your intention. And while you're here, like this video to help it reach others who are silently battling the same transformation. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and turn on notifications so this journey does not end here. Let's continue. There is a special kind of silence that only comes when you stop trying to be who you are not. At first, it feels uncomfortable, as if you've stepped into a room too quiet for your thoughts. But slowly, that silence becomes comforting, like a warm blanket at dawn. This is the silence of disappearing, the silence of pulling your spirit back from people and places that never saw your worth. You are not disappearing because you are weak. You are withdrawing because you are finally strong enough to stop giving yourself away. Marcus Aurelius said, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look. That source of strength is inside you right now. It's been waiting beneath the noise, beneath the pressure to fit in, beneath the constant search for approval. The world taught you to search for validation in others, but true power begins when you no longer need an audience to feel worthy. You don't have to announce your transformation. You don't need to explain it. In fact, the most powerful transformations happen quietly. You simply stop showing up in places that drain you. You stop replying to messages that disturb your peace. You stop engaging in conversations that take you away from God, away from purpose, away from your inner stillness. People will notice the silence. They will ask what happened to you, but you don't owe them an answer. Your soul is not a public story for others to consume. Seneca reminds us, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. And that's what you're doing, finding the courage to live not as the world wants, but as your soul requires. You might feel guilt when you start choosing yourself, especially if you've spent years sacrificing your needs to keep others comfortable. But hear me, choosing peace over chaos is not selfish. Choosing truth over appearances is not selfish. This is how you honor the life you were given. You'll notice your world changing in small, subtle ways. You begin waking before the sun rises, not because you must, but because the morning feels pure, untouched by the world's demands. You pour yourself a quiet cup of tea or water. You breathe, you pray. You sit with God or with your thoughts, and for the first time in a long time, you feel safe inside your own mind. This is disappearing, not from life, but from illusions. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So ask yourself right now, who do I want to become? Not who others expect me to be. Who do I want to become? Do you want to be calmer, wiser, more disciplined, more connected to faith? Then begin acting like that version of yourself. Not tomorrow, now. Because transformation isn't a sudden event, it's a decision, repeated over and over until it becomes your new nature. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. When you stop gossiping, people will ask why you're so quiet. When you stop complaining, people might think you don't care. When you start saying no to things that drain you, people may become upset. That is okay, let them. You are not responsible for how others feel about your choices to heal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject." Stop living for the applause of people who don't even understand your soul. You don't need a crowd to confirm your direction. You need faith. You need courage. You need consistency. If this message is speaking to you, type "I receive this" in the comments so your heart speaks back. And like this video to help it travel to someone else who needs it. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and stay close. There is a peace that comes when you stop trying to change people and instead change your response to them. When someone speaks negativity into your life, you don't argue. You simply don't accept the package. You let their words fall to the ground untouched. You begin to understand that you cannot control other people's actions, but you can control how you meet them. With calm, with boundaries, with silence if necessary. Silence does not mean weakness. Silence can be strength. It is choosing not to waste energy on noise. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How many times have you suffered because you imagined what someone thought about you, or replayed conversations in your mind that didn't matter? When you disappear from those mental games, when you stop living in people's heads and return to your own heart, peace finds you. At this stage of transformation, you will notice your prayers change. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you will begin saying, "What is this teaching me?" You stop asking God to change other people and start asking God to strengthen your spirit. You stop begging for an easier life and start praying for a stronger mind, a wiser heart, a disciplined soul. And this is where transformation deepens. There is a quote by Marcus Aurelius that says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is the core of Stoic wisdom and spiritual transformation. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control who stays or who leaves. But you can control your perspective. You can control how long you let someone live rent-free in your mind. You can control whether you react in anger or respond with grace. So right now, breathe in and breathe out slowly. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you are meant to be for your transformation to take root. God did not forget you. Life is not punishing you. You are being prepared, hidden, refined for something greater than what you are leaving behind. Comment, "I believe in my transformation" if your heart agrees. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so you never walk this journey alone. We will go deeper into discipline, purpose, faith, and rebuilding in the shadows. But not yet. Take a breath. We are just getting started. You are still here. That means your heart is not just listening, it is answering. That's powerful. If you're ready to keep going, take a moment and write in the comments, "I am still here." It's a simple declaration, but it tells life, it tells God, it tells your own soul, "I haven't given up on myself." And while you're here, like this video to help it reach others who need this message. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and let this space become your quiet sanctuary. Let's continue. Disappearing is not about erasing yourself from life. It's about erasing the version of you that was built on fear, people-pleasing, and survival. It's about stepping away from the roles you were forced to play, the expectations that were placed on you before you even knew who you were. You don't need to run to a different country, change your name, or delete everything. True disappearance happens internally. You simply stop showing up as the person the world created, and you start showing up as the person God intended. At this point in your journey, you may feel a sense of detachment from things that once defined you. It can be scary. You might wonder, who am I without these friends? Who am I without this job? Who am I if I stop pretending? But let me tell you, this is not the end of your identity. This is the beginning of discovering it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." You are not losing yourself. You are changing your life by changing your thoughts. There's something sacred about disappearing quietly. No announcements, no dramatic exits, no need for the world to applaud your decision. You just start living differently. You wake up earlier. You speak less. You think before reacting. You keep your dreams private. You become loyal to your healing. And slowly, without even trying to be seen, your light grows. People may assume you are distant. Some may say you've changed. And they're right, you are changing. Seneca said, "If you don't know which port you are sailing to, no wind is favorable." You finally chose your direction. You are sailing toward peace, purpose, and inner freedom. That is why some people can no longer walk with you. They are still tied to the shore while you have untied your boat. This phase of transformation is both beautiful and painful. You will feel moments of peace you never knew before, but you will also feel moments of loneliness even when surrounded by others. Don't be afraid of that loneliness. It is not there to break you. It is there to rebuild you. It gives you space to hear your own voice after years of listening to everyone else. Epictetus taught, "You become what you give your attention to." So ask yourself, what are you giving your attention to? Are you feeding your doubt or your faith? Are you nourishing your spirit or your wounds? Are you focusing on who hurt you or on who you are becoming? Your attention is powerful. It is the soil where your life grows. Plant wisely. If this resonates with you, pause and type, "I receive this wisdom." And like this video, it allows this message to find someone else who thinks they are alone. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and stay on this path with me. Now let's speak about inner retreat. Disappearing doesn't always mean leaving people. It means returning to yourself. It means spending more time with your soul than with screens. It means choosing scripture over scrolling. It means sitting with silence instead of noise. At first, silence may feel heavy, but soon silence becomes your teacher. You begin to hear the whispers you once ignored change your life. Forgive yourself. Let them go. Trust God, try again. These whispers are not your imagination. They are divine instructions. They are the quiet truths you couldn't hear when life was too loud. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. That is where you disappear, to that quiet retreat within." You don't need to escape the world. You need to escape the version of yourself that depended on it for worth. In this inner retreat, you start practicing discipline, not because someone is watching, but because your future self deserves it. You read books not to impress, but to understand. You journal your thoughts not to post, but to release. You pray not because you're in crisis, but because your soul needs connection. People will start to feel the difference in your presence. You become softer yet stronger, quieter yet deeper. You don't react to petty things anymore. You don't chase anyone to prove you are enough. You don't force anything. What flows, flows. What leaves, leaves. What stays, stays. And your heart remains calm. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Freedom is not the absence of pain. Freedom is when pain no longer controls you. Freedom is waking up and choosing how you show up, in faith, in discipline, in peace. And yes, there will be moments when you feel like going back to your old life. Moments when the silence feels too loud. Moments when discipline feels tiring. Moments when you ask, is this even worth it? But hear me now. If you return to who you were, you will only crave who you are trying to become. Do not give up before the transformation is complete. If you're still with me, type, "I will not go back." Let your future self hear you. And like this video so others can walk this path too. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel and stay connected. Right now, you are in sacred territory, between who you were and who you are becoming. Do not rush this stage. Disappear for as long as it takes. Heal for as long as you need. God is not done with you yet. You are still here, and that matters. It means your spirit is awake, even if your life feels silent right now. So before we continue, take a second and write in the comments, "I am transforming." This isn't just for engagement. It is a reminder to yourself, a written testament that you are not who you used to be. And if this message is speaking to your soul, like this video, and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so these words continue to walk with you. Now, breathe. Let's go deeper into this journey of disappearing and becoming. You've started stepping back from noise, from chaos, from performances you no longer wish to play. You've started choosing silence, choosing prayer, choosing inner peace. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So you are protecting your thoughts, guarding your peace and choosing to think differently, even when your past tries to drag you back. People may not understand you right now. Some might question why you're quieter, why you've withdrawn, why you're not as available as before. But listen, your healing does not need to be understood. It just needs to be lived. The sacred process of disappearing is not meant to be performed. It is meant to be experienced. In the shadows, in the quiet, in the unseen, Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When you disappear, you stop craving what the world craves. You stop chasing validation, applause, likes, and titles. You begin craving peace, meaning, depth. You begin to crave mornings where your soul feels calm, nights where your mind rests, days where your actions align with your faith. You may even start losing interest in things you once cared about, not because you're careless, but because your soul is maturing. You want conversations that matter, quiet moments that heal, friendships that feel like prayer, not performance, people who listen, not just wait to speak. This is transformation, but I want to be honest. Transformation can feel like grief. You will grieve the old version of yourself. You will grieve friendships that fade when you stop dimming your light. You will grieve the comfort of routine, even if that routine was hurting you. But don't let grief fool you. This is not loss. This is making space. God is clearing your life not to leave it empty, but to fill it with what was always meant for you. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So when people misunderstand your silence, respond with peace. When loneliness visits you, respond with patience. When fear of change whispers in your ear, respond with faith. You don't need to fight the world. You need only master your inner world. Let me ask you, have you noticed the way your soul feels in stillness? That subtle sense of relief when you allow yourself to rest from pretending, that gentle voice inside that says, "This is who I really am when no one is watching." That is not imagination. That is truth. The truth of your existence does not depend on the eyes of others. It exists in the quiet between your heartbeat and your breath. So I ask you to trust this silence. Trust that God does His deepest work in silence. You may not see the full picture right now, but something is being rebuilt within you, slowly, quietly, faithfully. Marcus Aurelius also said, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you live with this awareness, you stop wasting your time. You stop holding back your love. You stop chasing after people who choose to misunderstand you. You become intentional. You become present. You become free. If these words are sitting gently in your heart, write in the comments, "I choose peace." And like this video if you haven't yet. It helps this message find those who are silently searching for the same truth. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so you never walk this path alone. As you disappear into yourself, something beautiful starts happening. You begin to see life differently. The sky looks more alive. Simple things like a quiet morning breeze or a warm cup of tea feel like miracles. You start thanking God for things you once overlooked. Your breath, your resilience, your patience, your ability to start again. Gratitude becomes your language. You realize that joy was never in the noise. It was always in the stillness. Seneca reminds us, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. When fear comes, when anxiety rises, when your mind creates stories of failure, pause, breathe, return to the present. Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you are alive. Right now, you are safe in this moment. That is enough. And if it feels like no one sees your efforts, God does. If it feels like no one understands your journey, your soul does. If you feel like giving up, don't. Because the version of you on the other side of this silence is worth fighting for. Soon, you will not just disappear from the world's version of you. You will reappear as something new, something quieter but stronger, softer but braver, more surrendered but more powerful. But for now, remain in this sacred season. Protect your silence, guard your faith, and speak to life with your words. If you are still here, type "I will rise" and like this video. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so this journey continues. This is not the end. This is only the unfolding. You are still here, still listening, still searching for that quiet place within yourself where you can stop pretending and finally start becoming. Before we go on, take a deep breath with me. Feel the air move in. Feel the heaviness slowly loosen its grip. And if you are here and ready to grow, type this in the comments right now. I believe. Let the world see your courage. Let the world see your intention to change. And as you do that, don't forget to like this video to help others find it. and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so you never miss another message made for your spirit. There is a strange and quiet truth about disappearing. It's not always about leaving a place. Sometimes it's about leaving a version of yourself. The person who always says yes to protect other people's comfort. The person who gives away their energy for cheap validation. The person who hides their pain because they don't want to burden others. Let me ask you, what has it cost you to stay the same? The world will not stop demanding from you. Expectations will keep multiplying. You will keep losing parts of yourself unless you decide to vanish from their opinions and return home to your own soul. Disappearing does not mean running from responsibility. It means running from the lies you've been told about what your life should be. You may not be able to escape your environment right now, but you can escape the mental chains tying you to past mistakes and future fears. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is the first step of transformation, withdrawing your power from external expectations and bringing it back to where it always belonged. Your mind, your choices, your quiet spirit. Some of you listening right now feel unseen. You give love but get silence. You give effort but receive indifference. You show up for others, but when it's your turn, no one comes. And that pain teaches you something profound. It teaches you that your worth is not found in their validation, but in your existence. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Yes, so much time has been wasted trying to prove your value to people who cannot even see their own. Now is the moment to stop wasting. Now is the moment to disappear. Not to abandon life, but to return to it more clearly. You might wonder, what does it practically mean to disappear and transform? It means this: you step back from noise. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You create distance between your soul and the things that drain it. You stop posting every move. Stop justifying every decision. Stop letting everyone read your heart like it's a public diary. Instead, you go inward. You read, you reflect, you pray. You build discipline in silence. You stop telling people what you're going to do, and you let them be surprised by the person you become. If this message speaks to you, pause for a second and like this video. Not for me, but so someone else who is silently breaking can find it too. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel, because we're only just beginning. And comment "I believe," because commitment begins with a spoken word. You see, the world praises loudness. The world celebrates constant presence, posting, reacting, consuming. But the ancient philosophers praised the opposite. They praised solitude and intention. They believed that disappearing is not a weakness, but a declaration that you refuse to live by accident. Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." When you are always surrounded by noise, you have no space to examine. When you are always performing for others, you have no space to become yourself. Think about the sun. It rises, gives light to the world, and then it disappears. It doesn't stay in the sky to prove itself. It doesn't explain why it's leaving. It knows its purpose. It knows when to shine and when to rest. Transformation follows the same rhythm. You give your light to the world, then you withdraw, recharge, and return brighter. Some of you have been shining too long without rest, burning out quietly. It is okay to disappear for a while. It is okay to pull away to protect your soul. And yet disappearing can be lonely. You will lose people. Some will not understand your silence. Some will say you changed, and they will say it like it's an insult. But listen closely. You are not responsible for staying the same person just to make others comfortable. The caterpillar is not selfish for becoming a butterfly. The seed is not arrogant for breaking through the soil. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You owe it to yourself to do what you must, even if it means walking alone for a while. Maybe you are scared because you've built your identity around what others think of you. Approval has become your oxygen, but that is not living. That is captivity. When you disappear, you will feel like you're suffocating at first, but soon you will discover a new breath, the kind that comes from self-trust, from prayer, from stillness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Do you know that retreat? Or have you been avoiding it because it forces you to face the truth about yourself? And as you disappear, allow yourself to grieve the parts of you that you outgrow. You will never be that same person again. The one who tolerated pain so others could feel peace. The one who apologized for existing. But your future self is waiting at the end of this silence, and they are proud of you. They're whispering, "Keep going. Don't turn back just because it hurts right now." Pain is the birthplace of transformation. Before I continue, I ask you again, if you're truly ready for this journey, comment "I believe" below. And for those who already did, I see you. Your courage is noted. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel, because your transformation deserves guidance and you don't have to walk alone. You're still here, and that means something. It means you're not just listening. You're absorbing, reflecting, and beginning to choose a quieter, stronger life. Before we walk further on this path, I want you to pause and type "I believe" in the comments. Not for me, but as a declaration to yourself, to the universe, to God, that you are ready to change. And while you're here, remember to like this video so more wanderers can find their way home, and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel for more messages that speak to your soul. Let's go deeper. When you decide to disappear, not physically, but spiritually, emotionally, you are not rejecting the world. You are rejecting the false version of yourself that the world built for you. You are stepping out of the performance. You are no longer waking up every day wondering who to please. Instead, you begin each morning with one question: what kind of person does my soul wish to become? This is the beginning of transformation. Many people confuse disappearing with escape. They think it's about running away from life. But it is the opposite. You are not running from life. You are running toward the life meant for you. Most people live loudly but never truly live. They remain tangled in drama, social expectations, and silent envy. But those who choose silence, those who choose to step back, see clearly. They begin to rediscover what matters. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. That is what disappearing teaches you, to change the way you see, instead of waiting for the world to change for you. During this quiet journey, your heart may ache. You'll feel urges to return to old habits. You'll want to explain yourself to people who don't deserve your explanations. But growth requires silence more than it requires permission. Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." Sometimes the only person who can improve you is the one in the mirror. You must become your own guide, your own confidant. There will be nights when you ask, is it worth it? Will anyone notice my effort? And the answer, whispered gently by time itself, is yes, but not now. Transformation is rarely celebrated in real time. It is noticed when the world turns around one day and sees you no longer standing where they left you. Disappearing is choosing discipline over distraction. It's waking up earlier not to impress anyone, but to meet with your thoughts before the world interrupts them. It's sitting quietly, journaling your fears, your mistakes, your hopes. It's asking God for guidance even when you're not sure He's listening. It's drinking water when your emotions crave comfort food. It's going for a walk instead of scrolling endlessly. Small decisions, done consistently in solitude, become the threads that weave a new life. If these words are reaching somewhere deep inside you, pause and like this video. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to stay connected to this journey. And yes, comment "I believe" if you feel the shift beginning within you. There is something sacred about being unseen for a season. Everyone celebrates the butterfly, but no one claps for the cocoon. No one sees the quiet war inside you between who you were and who you're becoming. The cocoon is dark, isolating, silent, and yet that is where wings are formed. The same is true for you. You are allowed to disappear into your healing without announcing it to anyone. Sometimes the most powerful transformations happen while the world thinks you're doing nothing. They don't see you praying for strength. They don't see you deleting conversations that tempt your old self. They don't see you replacing anger with wisdom, envy with gratitude, loneliness with purpose. But you see it. God sees it. And the new you will one day thank the silent you for not giving up. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So when people misunderstand your silence, react with peace. When loneliness creeps in, react with purpose. When your old life calls you back, react with faith. Your reaction is the brush painting your future. And yes, you will have doubts. You will wonder if you're doing the right thing. You'll miss the noise that once distracted you from your emptiness. You'll think, maybe I should go back to the familiar pain, at least it makes sense. But hear me, this silence is not empty. It is sacred. You are not lost. You are being rewritten. St. Augustine said, You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. That is why disappearing feels like coming home. Not to a place, but to presence, to yourself, to God, to the quiet truth you've always known but were too busy to hear. And in that presence you will begin to see the false identities fall away. So let's make this personal. What are you ready to walk away from? The constant need for approval? The pressure to be perfect? The relationships that use your kindness but never feed your soul? You don't need to announce your departure. Just go quietly. Change your routines. Change what you consume. Change the voices you listen to. The world you attract in silence will be different from the world that demanded your constant availability. Before we go further, if you're still with me, comment "I believe" below. And like this video if you feel this in your spirit. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel because this path is long and no one should walk it alone. You are still here listening. That alone makes you different from most people. Most hear the call to change and ignore it. You didn't, you stayed. So before we walk deeper into this path of transformation, pause for a moment and write "I believe" in the comments. This is not just a comment, it's a choice, a declaration that you're not just surviving, you're evolving. And as you do that, remember to like this video so this message can reach more silent hearts. And subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel for more words that guide, heal, and awaken. Let us continue. When you disappear to transform, people will question your silence. They'll ask why you're distant, why you're not available like before. Some will assume you're angry. Others will think you're arrogant. They do not understand that silence isn't hostility, it's healing. You are not disappearing out of bitterness. You are disappearing to protect the sacred process taking place within you. Transformation is not something to be performed for others. It is something to be lived quietly, deeply, honestly. Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." And that is what you are doing. You are living differently, courageously. You are no longer reacting to life. You are responding with intention. You are breaking habits that once controlled you. You are stepping away from circles that drained you. You are no longer giving unlimited access to people who only take and never give. This is your act of bravery. But let me warn you gently, transformation is not glamorous. It will not always feel spiritual or peaceful. Some days it will feel like a storm is tearing through your chest. Old emotions will rise to the surface. Memories will replay like films you wish you could forget. You'll question if healing is worth this pain. And it is, because pain is not the enemy. Pain is the doorway. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it." Stop complaining. Not because your suffering is small, but because your purpose is greater. In this season of disappearing, you will find that solitude is both a mirror and a medicine. It will show you the truth about yourself, not who you pretend to be, but who you truly are beneath all the noise. It will show you your wounds, but it will also show you your strength. You'll begin to see that not everything broken inside you needs to be hidden. Some things need to be healed, and that healing begins by finally facing yourself. If this resonates with you, take a moment. Like this video if you haven't already, and comment "I believe" to anchor your intention. And subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to stay connected as we walk this path together. You may wonder, how do I rebuild myself in the silence? This is how. You begin with honesty. You admit where you went wrong. You admit where you allowed people to hurt you more than once. You admit where you ran from responsibility, or where you loved others more than you loved your own soul. This honesty will hurt, but it is the kind of pain that cleanses, not destroys. Then you begin to rewrite your habits. You wake earlier, not for productivity's sake, but to start your day aligned with your purpose. You make your bed, not to impress anyone, but to remind your mind that order is possible. You drink water and feed your body with care, because a neglected body cannot hold a restored soul. You read, not to appear wise, but to actually become wise. You journal, not to produce perfect words, but to release the ones that suffocate your mind. These small routines are not meaningless. They are seeds, and in silence, seeds become forests. Epictetus said, "First learn the meaning of what you say and then speak." This is why silence is necessary. In silence, you understand yourself. You learn why you speak, why you react, why you believe what you believe. You no longer talk just to fill space. You speak only when you must, and when you do, your words carry weight. You become intentional, calm, assured. This is transformation. There will be moments when loneliness wraps around you like a cold night. You'll crave old conversations, old distractions, even old heartbreaks, simply because they're familiar. But do not go back. You are not missing out on life. You are preparing for it. Seneca said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." Let these words remind you that solitude is not a prison, it is a training ground. And through all of this, speak to God even when you don't know what to say. Prayer is not only for the strong, it is for the broken, the confused, the silent. You can whisper, "Help me." You can whisper, "Show me the way." You can even whisper nothing and he still hears the language of your heart. Transformation without spiritual grounding becomes ego, but transformation rooted in faith becomes purpose. If these words touch you, don't stay silent. Type "I believe" in the comments. And like this video so others who are trying to heal in silence know they're not alone. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel for more guidance on this quiet, sacred journey. You must also understand, disappearing doesn't mean cutting everyone off. It means choosing who has access to your energy. It means not wasting wisdom on ears that don't listen. It means protecting your peace as though your life depends on it, because it does. Not everyone can go where you're going. Some people belong to your past, not your future. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to explain. Just be still, just grow. Just let time reveal the new you. The people meant to stay will understand your silence. The rest will fade like noise when you stop giving them your attention. And in the silence, remind yourself daily, this is not the end of your story. This is the beginning. You are not disappearing forever. You're just becoming someone they won't recognize, someone whole, someone calm, someone powerful. Before I continue, if you're committed to this process, comment "I believe" now. And don't forget to like this message and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel, so we stay connected. You are still here, still listening. That means something inside you is awake, even if the world thinks you're silent. So before we continue, pause for a moment and type "I believe" in the comments. Declare it. Let it echo through your soul. And while you're here, like this video so more souls can find this message, and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to stay connected to this path of inner rebirth and spiritual strength. Now, let's go deeper into what it really means to disappear, not as an escape from life, but as a return to truth. The person you are right now has been shaped by noise, by opinions, by disappointments, by mistakes, by people who came and left without understanding your heart. You are filled with voices that are not yours. Voices telling you what success looks like, what love should be, who you're supposed to become. Disappearing is the art of turning all those voices down until you hear the one that matters, your own. And even deeper than that, the voice of God guiding you quietly from within. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not waste the rest of your life in thoughts about others. When you do so, you lose the opportunity to do something truly useful." This is what happens when you're always visible to the world. You begin to live their version of your life instead of living your own. But when you disappear, when you consciously step into solitude, you begin to live with purpose again. Inside this silence, your soul begins to ask new questions. Not, "What do they think of me?" but "What do I think of myself?" Not, "How can I be liked?" but "How can I be true?" This shift might sound small, but it is everything. It is the foundation of transformation. And yet, disappearing isn't just mental, it's practical. It's in the choices you make. It's in how you protect your energy. It's choosing to go to bed earlier instead of drowning your mind in meaningless scrolling. It's waking up and spending your first moments with your thoughts, not with the world's chaos. It's journaling your fears instead of suppressing them. It's stepping outside to feel the sun, to breathe fresh air, to remember that life is more than screens and noise. Seneca said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Disappearing gives you that direction. It makes you ask, where am I going? Who am I becoming? Without that question, you just drift. You wake up, survive, sleep, repeat, and life becomes something that happens to you instead of something you are actively shaping. If these words are stirring something inside you, pause and type, "I believe" in the comments. Let it anchor your commitment. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel so we can keep walking this path together. There is a quiet power in being unseen for a while. When you stop showing every moment of your life to the world, you stop performing. And when you stop performing, you start healing. You begin to make decisions not to impress, but to improve. Not to prove, but to grow. Think of a tree. It begins as a seed buried in darkness. No one claps for it. No one notices its silent work. But deep in the soil, something sacred is happening. Roots are forming. Strength is growing. It doesn't rush to break through the surface. It waits until it's strong enough to withstand the wind. That is you right now. You are underground. You are unseen. But you are not weak. You are forming roots. This hidden phase is necessary, because if you rise before you're ready, the world will pull you apart. If you try to be visible before you are stable, the wind will break you. Your silence is not a weakness, it is preparation. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. Your new life will not appear overnight. Your healing will not be immediate. Your transformation will be slow, painful, quiet, but it will be real. And in a world obsessed with speed, real is revolutionary. But let me speak honestly, silence will test you. The people you once spoke to daily may no longer reach out. The places you once belonged to may feel unfamiliar. Some will say, you've changed, and they will be right. But what they don't understand is that you didn't change to impress anyone. You changed because your soul demanded it. You changed because staying the same was destroying you. And still, some days you'll miss your old life. You'll miss the noise that once distracted you from your loneliness. You'll miss the comfort of routine, even if that routine was slowly breaking you. But in those moments, return to this truth. You didn't come this far to go back. You didn't choose silence just to return to noise. You are building something sacred inside yourself. Peace, wisdom, discipline, faith. Before we continue further, take a moment and write, "I believe" in the comments if you feel this truth in your heart. And like this video so more people sitting alone with their pain can find it. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel if you haven't already, because we are not done, not even close. Now, as you disappear from the noise, you must begin to replace it with presence. You must begin to invite God into your silence. Talk to Him, not in perfect words, but in honest ones. Say, "I don't know who I'm becoming, but guide me." Say, "I'm tired, but I still trust you." Say, "I don't understand the path, but I believe there is purpose." This is how faith grows, not in crowds, but in quiet rooms where only your heartbeat and your spirit speak. Marcus Aurelius also wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So ask yourself, what colors are you painting your soul with? Doubt, anger, regret, or faith? Patience, gratitude? These are choices you must make in silence every day. And remember, disappearing does not mean you are alone. There are others, people just like you, who are choosing to step away from noise, who are tired of living half-truths, who are searching for meaning deeper than attention. You may not see them, but they exist. And one day when you return, not as the old you, but as someone reborn, you will meet them. And your spirit will recognize theirs. But for now, stay here. Stay in the quiet. Stay with yourself. That is where transformation begins. Before I move on, once more, if you're still here, if you're still listening, if your heart is whispering yes, type "I believe" in the comments. Like this video to spread this message to others searching for light. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to stay on this journey. Disappearing is not about giving up on life. It's about giving up on distractions. It's about saying no to things, people, and habits that slowly drain your energy and cloud your spirit. It's saying yes to yourself, yes to faith, yes to silence, and yes to the slow, deliberate process of becoming someone new. This is where the magic begins, not when the world notices, but when your soul awakens. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you face the emptiness, the loneliness, the fear of change, that is the pathway. That is the transformation. You might feel impatient. You might think, "I've disappeared, I've tried, I've waited. When will I feel different?" But transformation is subtle. It grows while you are quiet. It strengthens while you are still. It builds inside you in ways you cannot yet measure. You may notice small shifts first. Your anger is quieter, your mind is calmer, your prayers are deeper. These small signs are proof that the old you is giving way to the new. Seneca reminds us, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." When you live constantly in fear of judgment, of rejection, of loss, you suffer. But disappearing lets you suffer only what must be endured. It allows your spirit to conserve energy for growth, for insight, for faith. Your suffering becomes intentional, disciplined, purposeful, not chaotic or endless. That is transformation. Disappearing also teaches you boundaries. You will begin saying no, not in anger, not in rebellion, but in clarity. You will no longer overextend yourself to people who drain you. You will no longer tolerate situations that pull you away from peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." Boundaries are the rejection of what harms your soul. They are not cruelty. They are protection. And protection is necessary if you are going to rebuild yourself in truth, and rebuild you must. For disappearing is only the first step. Transformation comes when you begin to replace the old with the new. You replace bad habits with good routines. You replace negative thoughts with faith. You replace toxic relationships with quiet reflection or meaningful connections. You replace fear with courage. You replace dependency on the world's validation with confidence in your own worth. Each step may feel small, but these steps compound. Each choice builds a foundation stronger than the one you had before. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is the ultimate goal of disappearing. You are mastering yourself, not your circumstances, not the people around you, not the chaos of life. You are mastering your mind, your soul, your habits, your faith, and as you do, you become unshakable. The storms of life may rage, but your core remains calm. Your soul remains steady. Your heart remains aligned with purpose. Disappearing is also a test of patience. You will not see immediate results. You may not feel different today or even next week, and yet every choice you make in silence is a seed. And seeds grow unseen, often in darkness, until the time comes for them to bloom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Time is a river, a violent current of events glimpsed once and already carried past us, and another follows, and will carry us along." Your time is not wasted. Your waiting is purposeful. Your patience is sacred. Now, as you continue in this silence, notice how your inner world is changing. You are less reactive. You are less dependent on external validation. You begin to listen to your intuition more clearly. You begin to pray with sincerity, not desperation. You begin to notice what truly matters. The quiet moments, the stillness, the ability to feel God's presence in the mundane. You begin to understand that the world you were chasing was never the one meant for you, and that the life you are preparing in silence is far greater. Before I continue, if this resonates, type "I believe" in the comments. Like this video to help others find this message. Subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to walk this path together. Your presence here is proof that your soul is ready for transformation. And now let's speak about the sacred act of reclaiming your power. Disappearing teaches you that your energy is finite. You cannot give everything to everyone. You cannot rescue people who do not want to be saved. You cannot force connection where it is not meant to exist. Stoic philosophy teaches that control begins with the self. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you live with this awareness, you stop wasting energy on trivial matters. You focus only on what serves your growth, your faith, your peace. And here is a truth you must accept. Some people will leave as you disappear. That is not rejection. That is alignment. People who cannot respect your silence or honor your growth are not meant to be part of your transformation. Their departure is the space God is giving you to rise, undistracted, unshaken, and faithful. Seneca reminds us, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Disappearance naturally filters your life, leaving only those who lift you rather than drain you. Disappearing also deepens your spiritual connection. When you are silent, when the world is quiet, when distractions fall away, God becomes more visible. You may not feel it at first because your mind is used to noise, but slowly prayer becomes more sincere. Meditation becomes more powerful. Reflection becomes more honest. And in that space, wisdom speaks directly to your soul, shaping you, teaching you, preparing you for the life you are meant to lead. And do not fear being unseen. Being unseen is the crucible of character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be content with what you are and wish not change, nor dread your inner self." In disappearing, you discover your inner self, the one untouched by gossip, drama, or expectation. You meet the version of you who is whole, complete, and enough. And when you finally reappear, not for validation but for purpose, you will step into life unshakable, unbothered, and faithful. This is the path of the quiet warrior, the one who vanishes to rise, the one who suffers in patience to gain wisdom, the one who prays in silence to find power, the one who does not need to be understood by the world because God already understands. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. And as you disappear, you will learn to rejoice not in noise, not in applause, not in appearances, but in the quiet truth of your own becoming." Before we continue, I invite you once more, comment "I believe" if your spirit resonates with these words. Like this video to allow this wisdom to reach others silently seeking peace. And subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel, because this journey is long, sacred, and transformative, and you do not have to walk it alone. You have journeyed far in silence. You have listened while the world spoke endlessly, yet you chose stillness. You have stepped away from what drains you, from what diminishes you, from what distracts you from your purpose. And now, in this sacred space of quiet, you are ready to re-emerge. Not as the person the world expects, not as the person you used to be, but as the person your soul and God intended. This is the essence of transformation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, and this is your call." You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to seek validation. You do not need to perform. You simply live intentionally, aligned with truth, faith, and inner wisdom. Every choice, every action, every breath becomes sacred because it is grounded in your newfound identity. You will notice as you re-enter the world that things feel different. You are quieter yet stronger. You are calmer yet more decisive. People may try to pull you into old patterns, old arguments, old drama, but you will no longer recognize them as compelling. The power of your inner work is now visible in the steadiness of your mind, the clarity of your actions, the patience of your heart. Seneca said, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." Your life is now measured not by the noise around you, but by the quality of your inner peace and purpose. Faith will become your anchor. The silence you cultivated is no longer emptiness. It is a vessel filled with divine guidance. You will hear God in moments when the world is loud. You will trust even when others doubt, and you will move forward courageously, knowing that every step is led by intention, not by chaos. Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. And that is exactly what you are doing. You are no longer explaining. You are simply being. Your relationships will change. Some will fade naturally, because they were never meant for your new path. Some will deepen, because they align with the truth of who you have become. And some new connections will appear unexpectedly. People who resonate with your energy, your integrity, your quiet strength. You will no longer waste time on those who drain you. You will invest in those who elevate you. This is freedom. This is power. This is the reward of disappearing and transforming. And as you move through this life, remember that your journey is not about perfection. It is about intentionality. It is about growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "Look well into thyself." There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look. Whenever doubt arises, return to yourself. Whenever fear appears, return to your faith. Whenever uncertainty clouds your path, remember the silence that has already taught you how to endure, how to wait, and how to rise. Transformation is also contagious, not because you speak of it, but because you embody it. Others will notice the calm in your eyes, the steadiness of your actions, the serenity of your mind. You may not explain yourself, but your life will speak volumes. You will inspire without trying. You will lead without commanding. You will heal without words. This is the ultimate form of strength, a power rooted in patience, discipline, wisdom, and faith. And now, as you sit with all that has been shared, recognize that the journey does not end. You have disappeared, and in that disappearance you have found yourself. You have shed what was false, what was heavy, what was misaligned. You have built roots in the soil of silence, watered by reflection, disciplined by practice, nourished by faith. And from this sacred foundation, you will rise, calm, unshakable, luminous. Before we close, I want you to take a moment and write in the comments, "Blessed and ready." Declare it to yourself, to the universe, to God, that you are no longer the person you were. You are ready to step fully into your purpose. And if you haven't already, like this video to help others find this guidance, and subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel to continue receiving messages that feed your soul and strengthen your faith. Disappearing was never about absence. It was about presence, the presence of your authentic self, aligned with God, guided by wisdom, protected by discipline, and illuminated by peace. Transformation was never about becoming someone else. It was about becoming fully yourself, without compromise, without apology, without fear. And as you go forward, carry these truths with you. Your silence is your strength. Your solitude is your teacher. Your discipline is your shield. Your faith is your anchor. Your life is your masterpiece. Remember Marcus Aurelius. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose wisely. Fill your mind with faith, wisdom, courage, patience, and gratitude. Seneca reminds us, begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Today, this moment, this breath is a new beginning. Embody it fully. Step into it boldly. Shine quietly, powerfully, faithfully. You have disappeared and now you have transformed. You are no longer at the mercy of the world. You are the master of your mind, the guardian of your soul, the witness of your life. And this is just the beginning. Thank you for walking this sacred path with me. Thank you for allowing yourself to be seen in your silence. Thank you for choosing transformation, faith, and wisdom over noise, distraction, and fear. You are ready. You are blessed. You are enough. And as you continue on this journey, remember, the world may never fully understand you, but you will always understand yourself.